This is the quarterly goal mapping training. This is powerful. We are going to work on conditioning your subconscious mind to laser in and align with your goal. Now, to do this properly, you're going to have a pen and paper. Preferably, you're going to have a notebook that will be dedicated to this particular process. For now, I'm going to ask that you at very least just have some paper so that you can do the exercise. And at some point in the near future, you're going to want to have a dedicated notebook for your reprogramming exercises. I promise you, this is not hard. It is not time consuming, but it is powerful. What is the difference between winners and losers, successes and failures? It's mindset. It is true commitment. It is that unwavering conviction to the goal. We are not necessarily convicted right from the get-go. We have goals, we have dreams, we have desires, and in many cases, we are fooling ourselves by saying that we're moving towards those things when really we have one foot in and one foot out. We have to be all in order to achieve big goals. This process is going to help you to click into that conviction within yourself. You are going to start to align subconsciously with that big vision goal. Now, if you need to pause to get your paper, go ahead and do so. I'm going to assume that you have it and we are going to get started. So the very first thing we need to do is to clarify what is that big vision goal. Now, let's form an important distinction here. We can have a fuzzy idea of what our goal is. We can have even a slightly clear version of what our goal is. But in this exercise, we want to get more clear than ever before. Now, if you already have that degree of clarity, awesome. You are ahead of the curve. But for anyone who is listening to this training, who they might say something like, I want to be a multimillionaire. Well, okay, so that is somewhat clear, right? But we want to further articulate, further clarify. We want it so dialed in that we know exactly what that feels like. We know what our life is going to look like, at least with some degree of clarity. Maybe not the whole thing, every specific nuance of that, but we want to have the type of clarity that is so obvious to our subconscious mind that there is no room for error. Now, I'm going to take you through an exercise that is going to help you if you don't have that degree of clarity. And even if you do have that degree of clarity, it is going to help solidify that even further so that as we move into the next stages of this particular mapping process, it's going to start to just click. It's going to be so easy for you to move through the stages of this process. So what I'm going to ask you to do now is a little bit of visualization work. Now, don't worry if you don't feel like you're a highly visual person. I promise you, having been a hypnotherapist for a long time, I've worked with people at all different levels of visualization. Not everyone feels like they're a highly visual person. You do not necessarily have to see vivid images in order for this process to be effective. So just play along and you're going to begin to see exactly how your mind works. And we use that to your advantage, okay? So what I'm going to ask you to do now, set everything down, get yourself into a comfortable position. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to close the eyes. Because when our eyes are open, it's very easy for us to get distracted. Very easy. That's not going to help you. If you're really committed to your goals, you're going to play full out, okay? This is not a difficult exercise. This is a very powerful exercise. So give yourself permission to do it right. Okay. Now, with the eyes closed, just focus on your breathing. Okay. We've got to slow down the mind. We've got to quiet the mind, relax the body so that you can get in touch with that more creative part of yourself. Now, as you breathe in, just allow yourself to breathe in a little more relaxation, a little more comfort with each and every breath. And when you breathe out, just simply releasing, relaxing, letting go, breathing out any stress, any tension, any thoughts that enter your mind. Just feel them pass right through, breathing through it, releasing and letting it go, and bringing yourself ever so gently into a more and more comfortable state with each and every breath that you take in. And it's perfectly okay if you need to shift to be more comfortable. It's perfectly okay if you've got a little itch to scratch it, giving yourself permission to just flow with this process. Be easy about this process. There's no right, wrong way to experience your relaxation and comfort, whatever that is for you. Now, as you continue to breathe, and you're noticing yourself becoming a little more comfortable, a little bit more relaxed with each and every breath, and you feel yourself naturally, easily breathing out, releasing and letting go of any stress or tension, any uncomfortable feelings that come up, any thoughts that trigger any feelings of stress or worry or get you all hyperactive, right? We're just going to set all of that stuff aside. You can come back to that later, okay? And just allow yourself to be here, be now. This is an exercise that is going to move you in the direction of your goals and your dreams in a powerful way. If there's any resistance to that, breathe it out, release it, let it go. In fact, if you feel any resistance, any fear, any self-doubt starting to kick in as we go through this process, I want you to remember that's just energy. Emotion is just energy. Let it come up, let it pass through, breathe it out, release and let it go. Don't try to force it away, just let it pass. Just observe it, see it for what it is. It's an old fear, it's an old belief, it's old self-doubt. Just breathe through it, release it and let it go. Now, there is some degree of clarity that you have about what you want. I want you to think about this for a moment. What do you really, really, really want in your life and in your business? Where do you want to be a year from now? Or maybe you see the bigger vision. Maybe you see 5 years from now. Notice what you naturally gravitate towards, but see, sense, and feel. Where do you really want to be in your life and in your business? If you were creating that for yourself, that ideal life and business, it would be a complete game changer for you. You would be congruent with your dreams, your desires. What is that? What does that look like? What does that feel like? What are you doing each day in your business? What types of activities are your activities in your business? In your life, what are you doing? What's going on? Are you in a different home? Have you made improvements to your current home? Are you driving a nicer vehicle? I want you to just notice some of the things that are really exciting and believable. You know it's possible. It might be a stretch, but you know in your heart it is absolutely possible for you. You know it. You don't, maybe you don't know how, and you don't even know exactly when, but you know it's possible. And within that time frame that you're looking at, you know it is possible within that time frame. Now, if what comes into your mind is creating a lot of doubt, a lot of resistance, be willing to just start to breathe through it, release and let that go. And maybe you need to dial back a little bit, or you need to extend that goal time out a little bit. So if you get this idea in your mind, I see myself having a net worth of $100 million. And your initial excited thought was, ooh, if I could do that in 1 year. But it just doesn't seem like you can get into alignment with that. It feels like something is off, even if you're willing to release and let go of some of your doubts that are coming up. Then extend it out a little bit. Okay. You are always able to accelerate and shorten that timeline at some point in the future when you're ready. But if you're not ready yet, we don't want to set you up for failure. We want to set you up for success. This exercise is about setting you up for absolute success. So be flexible with yourself. Don't try to force something that you're not congruent with. Okay. You can always shorten your timeline at some point in the future when you've done enough of your inner work and you've done enough of your programming work that it starts to click into alignment and you can accelerate towards that goal faster. But for now, I want you to just find the sweet spot where you can think about that vision and you feel so incredible. It feels so right and so good. Remember, of course, it's going to be a stretch, but it's still in the sweet spot. It still feels like it is possible for you, not someone else, for you. Now, our next step is to see what that next 3 months looks like. So from this moment to 3 months from now, 3 months from today, the day that you're doing this exercise, I want you to see what your 3-month goal looks like. That is going to be you moving through time, 3 months worth of time, and achieving a substantial portion of that big vision goal. So what are you experiencing 3 months from now when you are doing your inner work and your outer work to achieve your goals? You've got all of the resources falling into place to support you. You are taking massive, clear, inspired, congruent, aligned actions. You are creating your goals and your dreams. What is your 3-month vision? What is that 3-month goal? Where are you financially in 3 months? What does your lifestyle look like in 3 months? How have you changed in 3 months? The person that you are evolving and growing into, what does that version of you look like? How do you think? How do you feel? What type of actions are you taking? What does your business look like? What does your life look like? Get some of those details now. Don't try to fill it in. Don't try to force anything. Notice what feels like it resonates, what feels right and good. Again, it might be a stretch. It should be a stretch, but it should also be believable. Okay, that's the sweet spot. Yes, it's going to stretch you because you've grown, you've changed, you've evolved. You're not the same person in 3 months as you are today. But it's also still believable. It's believable to you You know that there's going to be some work to get there, but you know it's possible for you. What does that look like? Now, how good does it feel? How amazing do you feel? How amazing do you feel? You are creating your goals, your dreams. How does it feel to see the evidence of that in your life and in your business? How does it feel to be experiencing yourself as a more successful, accomplished version of you? A more empowered, confident version of you? A you who knows with 100% confidence and conviction that you are achieving your goals. How does that feel? Now, you're going to open your eyes. You're going to take your paper and you are going to write out that 3-month goal. But you're not going to write it out as a future goal. I want you to be in that 3 months from now moment when you have it. It's done. You're living it. It's real. And you're going to write out, what is your business like? What is your life like? Okay. So we are writing it in the present tense. You're there, you're living it, and you are so full of gratitude. It feels so incredible to be living this as your reality. And you are progressively moving at an accelerated pace towards that big vision goal. Okay. So you're going to pause here and you are going to write as much as you want about what that life looks like and what that life feels like. So, for example, I am so happy and grateful that I am earning $2 million a year in my business. I am attracting the most incredible opportunities. I'm forming these strategic alliances with people who are helping me to rapidly grow my business. My email list has quadrupled. You know, these are just examples. You're going to tap into what your vision is. I just wanted to give you an example of the way that we're languaging things as though it is your reality. You are living it as a present moment experience, and it feels incredible. So go ahead, pause. And when you have completed this, come back and we're going to take the next step. Now, our next step is we want to create our power affirmation. Okay. So we start actually by creating a goal statement. The way that we create our goal statement is you just went through that incredible exercise where you're feeling the reality of achieving that 3-month milestone. Okay. Now you've already clarified the big vision goal that helped you to chunk it down into your next 3 months. Okay. That 3 months is our target. Okay. And with that laser-like focus on that goal, your subconscious mind begins to progressively move you towards that target. You become a magnet to that particular goal that you've set for yourself. Okay. Now, if you have read the book, Psycho Cybernetics, we know how the subconscious mind works. And when you lock on to that goal in the right way, your subconscious mind is like a servo mechanism, and it's going to keep moving you to that goal. If you encounter obstacles, it is going to experience, right, that obstacle as a feedback, and it's going to course correct until you get to that target outcome. Okay. So the goal statement is going to help us to take that vision, and it's going to help us to condense it into a laser focused statement that is sort of the sentence or statement that holds all the energy of the vision. Okay. So what is the overarching vibe, right? What is the overarching goal? What is the overarching essence of this 3 months that's moving you in the direction of creating the big vision goal? Okay, you're going to create that big chunk in the next 3 months. What encapsulates that? So think about that for a moment. Feel into that. What is the essence? What is the core essence of what you're accomplishing in the next 3 months? So let me give you an example. You might find that a financial statement, is going to encapsulate the essence of your goal. Okay. You might find that a lifestyle improvement encapsulates the essence of the goal. The key here is when you think about that, it feels so good. Remember, it's going to feel like a stretch, but it feels like it's absolutely possible for you, not someone else. We know other people can do it. You, okay? So write down, or just clarify even in your mind before you write down, what that sort of goal statement is. And the goal statement might be more than a sentence. That's okay. We're refining, okay? We're refining the process. So for example, might be, I am so happy and grateful that I have $1 million business. Just an example, okay? Now that might be too far of a stretch, right? Remember, it's the 3 months. We're not talking about the big vision. Everyone listening to this training is at a different place. This is what's right for you. It's your goal. So maybe you already are a millionaire, and you're aiming for a higher goal. Maybe you are reaching towards acquisitions or something like that. Find your right goal statement. Okay. So if you need to pause, go ahead, pause, write it out until you get a little bit of clarity. And then we're going to take the next step, which is going to be to create our power affirmation. So assuming you have clarity, now we want to condense that into a 1-sentence, present tense, empowering, powerful statement that will become your power affirmation. Power affirmations are going to allow you to trigger that subconscious mechanism over and over and over and over and over again, okay? Because it's linked directly to the vision and that 3-month target, okay? So each and every time you say your power affirmation, you think your power affirmation, you write your power affirmation, it is reinforcing in the subconscious mind your congruence, your alignment, your belief, the conviction. This is who I am. This is what I am creating. Period. End of story. Okay. So now our power affirmation is, like I said, going to be written in the present tense. It is going to be the summation of your goal statement. It is going to be 1 sentence that is going to feel so charged, so juiced up. It's going to feel incredible. Okay. So based on what you wrote for your goal statement, which was the the overarching essence of that 3-month target. Now we're going to write that as that 1-sentence statement. Now, it's natural, it's normal to write a version and to feel like, it's not quite right. It's close, but it's not quite there. Tweak it, refine it, get it so that it feels so dialed in that you love it. Okay? So, for example, I am a successful multimillionaire entrepreneur. Okay? Remember, it's got to coincide with the target. Okay? I am a successful serial entrepreneur. I love creating multi-million-dollar businesses in my portfolio company. I am in the top 1% of all attorneys in the United States. Okay, these are examples. Clarify for yourself, what is that power affirmation? So now you're going to pause and you're going to write out your power affirmation. Remember, tweak it until it feels good. And if you need to come back and revisit this and tweak it a little bit more, that's totally okay. Okay. Give yourself permission to tweak it until you get it so dialed in that it feels incredible. So go ahead, pause. And now we are going to write out your power affirmation. Okay, now here is our next step. Now, you've done all that good pre-work, absolutely essential, critical. That's your foundation for the daily practice. The daily practice now is about programming your subconscious mind, okay? You already did a powerful mindset process just by getting to this point. But now we are going to take that and we are going to multiply the effectiveness of that process, okay? So when it comes to programming the subconscious mind, we know that there are 2 powerful factors at play. One is repetition. The more you do something, the deeper you are ingraining that conditioning into the subconscious mind, right? You're creating all those neural networks and you're deepening that neural pathway. And the more you habitually do something, the deeper ingrained that is at the subconscious level of the mind. You just start defaulting to it. You do it automatically. Repetition is powerful. Emotion, strong emotion is the other factor that is going to program the subconscious mind. That's why we've all been programmed with both good and not good things in moments of strong emotion. That will immediately create a deep program at the subconscious level of the mind. So now think about this. You want to accelerate your reprogramming. What do? You combine repetition with strong positive emotion. That's what we are going to do now. So everyone is a little different. We have to set you up for success. You have to be honest with yourself about what daily practice is going to work for you, okay? So if you're a morning person and you're already doing meditation in the morning, maybe you're journaling, you have some type of morning routine that really sets you up for a successful day, then you might find that incorporating this routine, this programming routine in the morning is perfect for you, okay? For someone else, their time may be at night before bed. I want you to think about what is best for you as we're going through this so that you can commit, powerful, commit to doing this every single day. Now, for the real high achievers, the real go-getters, they're doing it in the morning and at night, and they're saying their power affirmation throughout the day. I am only asking you to commit to at least once per day, at least once every single day, including Saturday and Sunday, friends. Okay. This is your goals. This is your dreams that we're talking about. This should not be work. This should be something you honor, is you valuing yourself. Okay. That's a sign of a winner. So whether it's morning, it's night, it's both, some other time during the day, you take a break from work and you meditate, whatever it is, okay? The routine is going to include a couple of different components, and this does not have to be a lengthy process, but it does have to be a focused process, okay? A lot of people are mindlessly reciting affirmations. If there's no emotion, the process is going to take significantly longer. In fact, most people will give up before they even experience the results. So remember, the quality of your focus and your intention when you're doing this work is going to determine how effective it is for you. So each and every day, you are going to read through that vision that you wrote out, okay? And maybe for the first time, okay, because you wrote it out now while we did this exercise, you might want to clean it up a little bit. So maybe you're going to rewrite it in your dedicated journal or notebook, okay? So that when you read it, it feels good. It has the essence of your success in it, okay? So you're feeling incredible when you write it, when you read it, you're able to re-engage with those feelings, okay? Now remember, just simply reading it every day while you're thinking about other things and you're not really invested in quality focus is not going to get you very far. So be honest with yourself about your mental, emotional state and get into the rhythm of I sit down and I'm going to be focused while I do this work, okay? So you're going to read through that vision that you've created for yourself. You're going to read through it and you're going to allow yourself to start to get in touch with those positive emotions again, okay? Then you are going to do a brief visualization exercise. Now, if you need guidance with this, there is a visualization exercise that you can use where I will help you enter into a more optimal state. And then you go into your visualization exercise and you spend as much time there as you want to be there, okay? But essentially, we're going to get into that nice relaxed state, a meditative state, a self-hypnotic state, and you're just going to begin to experience yourself as that version of you who has that desired life, okay? You feel it. You see it through your eyes. You experience in your mind different things that you would be experiencing or will be experiencing when that is your reality. Imagine yourself having a conversation with your sales manager and they're telling you about the record month that you guys just had. You imagine yourself checking your bank balance on your cell phone or on your computer and seeing the money is in your account and you're feeling it, okay? Now, each day that you do this, you might have some different visuals. Wonderful. Or you might just kind of default to the same ones. That's okay too. But notice the quality. The quality is you're imagining it and you're feeling it and you're doing it as though you're living the reality of it now. Okay. So that might be a 2-minute exercise. That might be a 5-minute exercise. That might be a 15, 20, or 30-minute exercise. That's going to depend on you. Quality, 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 quality. Okay. Be present in the exercise. And when you emerge from that, then you're going to have your journal, and we are going to just write out your power affirmation 10 to 20 times. Writing, not typing, writing on paper with a pen or pencil is proven to imprint the subconscious mind in a different way than just simply listening or reciting. Okay. So we want to incorporate this in. Now, some people have a negative association with writing because back in school, when they spelled a word wrong, the teacher made them write it over and over and over again 100 times. I want you to think of this as you are programming your mind for achieving that goal. And that is awesome. It's exciting. It's powerful. It's not the teacher forcing you to do something you don't want to do. It is you doing something that is driving you towards your goal. You are like a focused missile moving in the direction of the target. Okay. So you can conclude that exercise in any way that you want. You might feel a sense of completion. You wrote down your power affirmation. You're feeling good. You're feeling incredible. You just read your vision. You did your visualization. You wrote your power affirmations. Now you feel a sense of completion, and you can go on and do whatever that next thing is for you. Some people also like to do their other activities, whether that is journaling and gratitude and all of that stuff, or it's whatever. Okay, that is entirely up to you. But what I want you to do now is I want you to think about this. When are you doing this work? Remember, it does not have to be hard. It does not have to be long. In fact, it should feel incredible. And it's going to be the timing that works right for you. We're setting you up for success. Okay, we're setting you up for success. So when are you committed to doing this process? When are you committed to doing your daily routine? Take a moment and promise yourself, commit to yourself. This is not 1 foot in, 1 foot out. If you are seriously committed to your goals, you are going to do this work. This is you programming yourself to achieve your goals and dreams. Now, the next step is to take action. Okay. So make sure you've got your dedicated notebook. Make sure you've got your dedicated time to do your exercise daily. Okay. And practice it every single day. And what you're going to notice is you might actually achieve your 3-month target well before the 3 months. If and when that happens, we're going to repeat this process for the next quarter. Okay. So we're accelerating, we're shortening the time. Okay. So you don't stop once you've achieved the goal. Do not stagnate. You've got a big vision that you're working towards. So see it as I achieved the target even faster than the 3 months. Yay me, celebrate that. You're fucking awesome, right? And then now revisit this exercise, okay? And if you don't prioritize redoing the exercise when you recognize that you've hit the target, keep doing the current one, okay? Keep doing the current power affirmation. And just notice that in your visualization, now you're starting to play around with that next level goal, so that then when you have the opportunity and you can sit down and take this seriously, now you're going to go through it again. You can rewatch this video, or you, if you're joining us for the live version of this, where I can coach you through some of this stuff, you are now working on that next quarter, the next 3 months, and we do the process all over again for the next level. Okay? So now, this has been a lot condensed into a short training. You may need to revisit this if you feel like you got it dialed in. Excellent. Okay, congratulations. As you have wins, share them. Okay, share them. I will celebrate with you. You are destined to achieve your goals. Okay, very, 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 very few people have the level of dedication and commitment that you do. Okay, you are one of the minority. You think different, you act different, and you get different results in life. You are a winner. Okay, own it. It doesn't mean that you walk around like a pompous ass thinking that you're better than other people. It means you understand that you think different. But that's also why you are destined to be successful. So we're going to wrap this training video up, and I will see you in another video.